Good evening and welcome to Week 13 of Hoops Friday Night. I'm Dave Ciseski. He's Tony Quach. Dylan Tyson will join us later in the show. Tony, we're in the final week of high school basketball in the regular season. I can't believe we're already here.
That's right, Dave. And believe it or not, there's still a few league titles up for grabs around Northwest Ohio. So let's start off the show with some action for the Western Buckeye League. The OG Titans are eyeing their third straight outright WBL title. They can do that with a win over Kenton. Not to mention the Titans have won 27 straight WBL games coming into tonight. First possession for the Titans in the third. Colin White takes a backdoor pass, and he gets the crowd on their feet with this one-handed slam. OG now leads 41-21. Later in the quarter, Kenton's trying to claw their way back. Ethan Yoder gets the pass and the lane down court. Wildcats now trail by 19. OG is looking to add on. Caden Erfurt decides to spot up for three, and the senior buries it. It's now 53-24, Titans lead. And OG is feeling it from beyond the arc tonight. Alex Wagner with a triple try of his own, and it's good. Home team goes up by 22. And speaking of 22, number 22 is at it again. White has control of the ball, and Ohio State commit decides to take it straight to the rack for another monster jam. 23 points for him as the Titans claim the league crown outright with an 82-46 win.
Since 2004, the Shawnee and Elida series is near even. The Bulldogs with a slight 20-19 edge head-to-head. However, the Indians, winners in 12 of the last 13, including earlier in the season in the Tip-Off Classic. Third quarter, Indians down 33-26 when Beckett Berkey puts his defender on ice, driving baseline and hitting the floater in the paint. Deficit cut to 5. Moving ahead, the quarter, Elida up 3 when Zori Island finds Amari Wash, who drives straight through the heart of the defense and hits the floater in the lane. Game high 19 for the sophomore, 37-32 Dogs. Couple possessions later, Elida up 37-35 when Dom Lynch finds a wide open Max Goldsberry, who connects on the clutch 3. Indians now up 1. Late third, Elida up 1 when David Etzkorn finds Jackson Koval, who slashes to the rim and goes off glass for the 2. Elida up, though, 41-38. But with seconds to go in the quarter, Trevor Berkey attacks and stops and pops in the jumper at the buzzer. Shawnee wins 54-51 in a WBL Classic.
Sticking it out in County, Bath and Van Wert both attempt to get back into the win column. The Cougars have won 9 straight meets against the Wildcats. In the third, Keenan Welch pulls up and hits the mid-range J. Van Wert leads 38-19. Then, off the miss, here's Jackson Foster flying straight into your screen. The junior goes off the window for the 2. Bath now trails 39-21. Later on, it's Foster again, using the glass to his advantage. However, Bath is still down by double digits. And Van Wert continues to pull away. It's Welch gaining the ball and sending it through the 10. Cougars win this one, 62-42. The St. Mary's Rough Riders play host to the Salina Bulldogs. Both programs are eyeing their 6th win in WBL play. The Rough Riders have the upper hand in recent history, winning 5 of the last 6. In the third, Cobain Owens feeds it inside to Jace Turner, and he gets the easy bucket in the paint. Rough Riders lead by 14. Salina is looking to cut that lead down. Caden Wirtz drives and spins. The junior gets the ball to fall in his favor, and the Bulldogs pull within 12. So the fourth, Salina is looking for a spark. Carter Ostetter bounces it to Lennon Cisco for the triple, and he cashes in. Bulldogs now trail 44-33. But the Rough Riders are dominating in the paint tonight. Evan Anksman hits a cutting Noah Payne for the bucket. St. Mary's wins 52-40. Our final WBL score hails from Wapakoneta. The Skins took care of business at home with a 60-45 dub over the Defiance Bulldogs.
Over to the NWC, where the Columbus Grove Bulldogs have history on their side. The head-to-head matchup with the Allen East Mustangs. In fact, the Dogs have won the last 19 matchups. In the first quarter, Zach Reynolds is going to deliver the ball and screen, freeing up Kyle Hopkins, and the junior takes his time and cashes in from three-point territory. Dogs get on the board early, but Ethan Young says, anything you can do, I can do better, as he dials it up from deep behind the arc and gets all the nylon on that one. Mustangs, however, trail by 2. In so ensuing moments, Bo Bernesser puts his head down, pivots, and he'll hook it home, extending their lead to 4. Then in the final seconds of the quarter, though, game knotted up. Carson Klum goes downhill and hangs it in the air, finishing off the glass to give the home side the 2-point advantage. And the Mustangs come right back as Brady Brooks dishes to Grant Slusser. And the junior will finish that one off as Allen East wins tonight 68-52. The NWC's champion Spencerville Bearcats on the road this evening, taking on the Jefferson Wildcats. Bearcats' secret to success this season, the league's second-place offense and #1 defense. First quarter, Spencerville's Carter Rohr passes to Will Sensabaugh, who draws first blood with a 3 from the wing. Bearcats up 3-0. Jeff Katz looked to answer as Elijah Petty passes to Carter Agner, who bounces it off the glass for 2. Jefferson down 5-2. Spencerville would then take over as Will Sensabaugh finds Evan Osting for a deep 2. Bearcats up 5. And then the Cats flex their muscle on defense as Owen Sensabaugh steals a pass and takes it all the way to the rim for 2. Spencerville wins 69-36 and finishes the regular season a perfect 8-0 in conference and 18-4 overall. Just a couple more scores in the NWC. The Lancers pick up their first conference win of the season, getting a 54-43 win over Ada. And Crestview finishes the regular season at 15-7 with their 74-44 win over Leipzig. We're set for our first break on Hoops Friday night, but when we return, we head to Hancock County for our spotlight game between the LCC T-Birds and the Arlington Red Devils in a game that will go down to the wire. Catch all that action coming up next.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dylan Tyson. Lots of non-conference contests on the final Friday of the season as an opportunity for teams to see their top competition ahead of tournament time. In Division 4, LCC and Arlington have combined for 35 wins this season and just 7 losses. They headline our slate as the Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Both the Thunderbirds and Red Devils playing their best ball of the season right now, each entering the night on 8-game win streaks, both with multiple marquee wins along the way. But LCC off to the fast start tonight. Willie Foster in transition. The T-Birds soaring high for the slam, capping off a 7-1 opening run. And after a quarter, LCC leads 17-12. In the second now, Arlington within 4. Elijah Freisinger heaves it to Jace Vermillion for 2. And they'll eventually tie it up from the charity stripe. But LCC not ready to give up the lead yet. Carson Parker running the point, tosses it up to who else but Foster again. The sophomore in style to make it a 24-22 ball game. Just a minute to play before the half. Arlington still controlling the pace with the run and gun. This time, Aiden Cavaney to Caden Russell, and we're tied again. But on the ensuing possession, Billy Burke finds an open Carson Parker in the corner, and there's the triple to break the stalemate. LCC would lead by 4 heading to the locker room, and they hold on for a 48-44 win. More cross-conference clashes coming up. First, the NWC's #1 offense, Bluffton, taking on the GMC's #2 defense, Paulding. This matchup's gone back and forth in 4 straight years, and once again, we've got a thriller. Under 5 minutes left in this game, Panthers down 64-61. That's when Casey Agler finds Blake Roanhouse in the corner. The sophomore ties the game at 64. But even after the timeout, he's not satisfied. Agler to Roanhouse again. This time, driving the lane, drops in the 2 despite the foul. With 3:16 to play, Paulding up 66-64. On the other end, Wayne Ginther makes a trip to the free throw line for the Pirates. He sinks 1 to bring the game back within a point, but on the ensuing possession, the Agler-Roanhouse connection is red hot. The sophomore has 3 straight buckets in the clutch for Paulding and a 3-point lead in the final seconds of the game. Bluffton needs a triple to force OT, but the Panther defense just suffocating. Can't get a clean shot off, and Paulding ends the regular season on an 11-2 scoring run for a 70-66 win.
A combined 32 wins between the Wayne Trace Raiders and Ottoville Big Green. Not a conference clash that has been split in the last 4. The GMC champion Raiders look to stay hot to end the season, coming in winners of 4 of their last 5. Third quarter, Ottoville's Landon Horseman passes to Alex Lease for 3, and he connects. Ottoville leads 34-28. Fourth quarter, Wayne Trace's Kyle Stoller drives the lane and hits the 2. Tied up at 36 all in a back-and-forth classic. And then Michael Turnwald is going to find Garrett Trentman, who hits the up and under. Big Green tie it up at 42. Less than a minute on the clock. Ottoville trying to get to the paint, but it's stolen by Wayne Trace's Tanner Luckoff, who finds Hudson Myers for 2. Wayne Trace takes a 44-42 lead. But with 7 seconds left, Landon Horseman goes off glass for the hoop and the harm, and then proceeds to hit the game-winning free throw as Ottoville wins a thriller 46-45.
We have another GMC and PCL showdown just 11 minutes away. Colorado plays host to Ayersville. The Wildcats have won the last 6 meetings against the Pilots. Starting off in the first, Ayersville leads by 2. Brady Clark spots up for 3, and his triple try is true. Pilots now lead by 5. The Wildcats are now down by 3. Here's Nathan Cayley taking it to the rim and hitting the floater. Home team pulls within 1. To the second we go. Cats are down by 7. Jacob Stepanek decides to take charge. He flies through for the layup, and Kalida now trails 15-10. The Pilots looking to add on. They're moving the ball around. Here's Brady Clark again hitting nothing but net. Ayersville leads by 9. And now it's Dylan Hinkle connecting with Carter Michael, and the senior knocks down the J. Pilots take this one, 47-34. And we're taking our second and final break on Hoops Friday night. When we return, St. John's Blue Jays look to end their regular season undefeated in MAC play as they attempt to capture the league title outright. Stay tuned for that and more.
Welcome back. A MAC clash over at the Vatican, where the St. John's Blue Jays have already clinched a share of the conference. However, with a win tonight, they become the outright champions. Jays have won their last 11 coming into action tonight and boast a dominant 10-1 home record. The Marion local Flyers looking to play the role of spoiler, coming off a tough OT loss to the Russia Raiders, the #1 team in D4. First quarter Flyers tied at 7 when Grant Kramer erases that with the 4-point play as he drains the three and would hit the free throw. Flyers up 11-7. Next time down, St. John's would answer as Tice McLean with the corner, 3-ball deficit cut to 1 on the bucket by the sophomore. First quarter winding down when Cam Elworth with the cross-court pass to Austin Munter, who splashes home the 3 at the buzzer. Jays on top 18-13 after 1. Second quarter, Flyers down 7 when they go to the paint, where Jack Kanapke uses his 6'9" frame and hits the jump hook. His bucket cuts the deficit to 5, but Cam Elworth cooler than the other side of the pillow as he connects on the pull-up J. Blue Jays win 57-47 and clinch their first MAC title since 2013.
And with the win for DSJ, that leaves Coldwater fighting for the runner-up spot, needing a win against Minster. The Cavs have won these last 2 meetings, but come into tonight off back-to-back losses. Wildcats will look to capitalize. From the tip, Cole Albert's going to kick it outside, and Brogan Steffi connects on the open 3-ball. Minster goes up 3-0, but the Cavs have an answer. It's Luke Schwederman open for 3. The senior buries it, and the Cavs have tied it at 7 apiece. Minster up 12-10 heading into the second. Cole Richard gets the pick and roll going. Feeds it inside to James Niemeyer for the finish, but the Cavs going punch for punch tonight. Check out this finish by Balin Blackburger. He gets the bucket to go, and the Cavs win over Minster tonight 65-54. Rounding out tonight's MAC slate, New Bremen snaps a 3-game skid, heading to the tournament with a 65-59 overtime win over Fort Recovery. And Parkway broke their 4-game slump to end the regular season, winning 50-42 over New Knoxville.
USB looks to round out their regular season. Austin. The Rams have won 5 of the last 6 games against the Hornets, but the last meeting went in favor of Corey Austin. In the first quarter, Andrew Kino looks for an open man. He finds Hunter Dameron, and the sophomore cans a 3. The Rams start the game on a 12-0 run. Moments later, off the rebound, Ashton Montgomery kicks it out to Carson Reese, and the sophomore connects from downtown. Corey Austin pulls with a 9. To the second we go. Hornets are still trailing. Montgomery feeds it to Blake Boehm, and the senior drops that one in. Corey Austin continues to chip away. Later on, Rams are up by 16. Max Underwood sends it over to Kindle, and he drains the 3-ball to extend their lead. And the Rams come charging back out for more. Alex Sanders lays that one up and in. The senior gets the hoop and the harm. USV wins 62-38.
Waynesfield Goshen looking to stay hot for the tournament. The Tigers are on a 4-game win streak and just secured their best record in over 20 years. But now they take on a Temple Christian team that's won 3 of the last 4 meetings. Pioneers off to the hot start tonight. Isaiah Kaiser spins past one man, pump fakes the other. It's 4-0 Temple. And the junior making his mark early. Dawson Clay finds Kaiser down low. He's got 6 points already as part of an 8-2 home team lead. But that's when the Tigers get the offense going. Levi Glick connects on a long 3-ball, bringing the Tigers within 3 points. Then, final seconds of the quarter, Glick in transition hits Dalton Jordan for the lay-in. WG finds their momentum. They win their 5th straight, 50-45. Rest of the NWCC slate sees Perry on the road to Ridgemont. The Commodores have now dropped 4 straight ahead of tomorrow's finale, losing 75-49, while Hardin Northern closes their regular season, falling 66-51 to North Baltimore. And let's drop in on the Northern Lakes League. Finley could clinch an outright division title tonight, but playing against Perrysburg, who's responsible for the Trojans' only league loss. Mid-third quarter, Finley on top 30-21. Sam Ernst can't find an open man. He says, fine, I'll do it myself. Buries the 3-ball. Then, final seconds of the quarter, Luke Wyrock keeping at it from long range. Beats the buzzer for a triple. The Trojans up by 16. And in the fourth quarter, Javante Hale puts the cherry on top. Wide open in transition for the one-hand slam. The senior finishes with 21 points, and Finley wins big, 53-30.
Here's the rest of the scores from our area. Continental gets a huge win on the road to close out their regular season. The Pirates defeat the Macomb Panthers 53-40. Meanwhile, their PCL mate Miller City also gets a big non-conference win. Wildcats defeated the Ace from Hicksville 66-51. We also have some tournament action in the Southwest region. The Russia Raiders advanced to the sectional title game with a 65-30 stomping over Yellow Springs. Then Riverside Their season comes to a close. They fall 54-39 against Newton.
And that's how we wrap up Week 13 of Hoops Friday Night. Big thank you to everyone who helps us put together the show and helps us get it on the air, and you, the viewers, of course, for tuning in.
And be sure to tune in tomorrow. We'll bring you plenty of action from the hardwood, including an in-county battle between Allen East and Perry, and we have some girls basketball games to get to. Thank you and have a great night, everyone.
Have a good night.